afternoon. I am John Shribbs, president of Petaluma Wetlands Alliance, and we're here today at Schollenberger Park, and we're here interviewing Madam Mayor Teresa Barrett. So tell us, Madam Mayor, what is Schollenberger Park? And why everyone calls it a park, but things are else happening here?
Well, Schollenberger Park is actually a wonderful resource for our community, but it started as a dredged spoils collection spot, and from that, which it's still being used at. In fact, that's what this is where the dredged spoils went from the recent dredging of the Petaluma River. But it is a multi-use park. It's a park that is a working park, and it's also a nature preserve.
Well, we have, the parking lot right now is full as we speak, and folks have been here. They're walking, they're jogging, the families are here, folks on breaks after work, they're coming here. And we've counted on average between 300 and 400 people every day come by and visit with us, and almost every minute you'll see someone walking by in a nice pace, just enjoying the time here. Yeah, and since it serves as a bird sanctuary, I think Petaluma Wetlands Alliance, we've counted over 230 species of bird here on site that have come through. A lot of migratory birds, so it's a feeding spot and a migratory rest spot for many species, as well as a large number. So there's easily 1,000 birds out here on the pond on a summer day. So can you just describe to us about what was the dredging like? What was here? How big of an operation was it? How did they do it?
Well, how they did it was pretty remarkable. They had a barge and that had generators on it, and then they had the actual dredge, which also looked like a barge, but it may have a different name, which has piles that get driven into the ground to stabilize it, and then it has a big, huge hoses that go out into the water, down into the bottom, and then suck up all the silt that's down there. And then it goes through a series of huge, more rigid hoses and comes to the Schollenberger Park for being thrown in here with where the waste goes. We had so much litter and garbage that had been thrown in over the past 17 years, including tires, including carts. I understand there was actually a part of a car in there, bowling balls, and of course, plastic. And the things like bowling balls or shopping carts, they're kind of the usual suspects. Tires are horribly polluting. But really, the amount of plastic bags and just plastic debris and things that just are in there for so long and are going to remain there for so long and contaminate the water, endanger the wildlife, those are in there, and those are all because of us. We're the people who put those in there, and we really need to be aware of that and be aware of what the danger is. I would like to see us try to use the experience we had on cleaning up the debris from the dredging to educate the public about what it means when you throw something into the water. Where does it go, and what is the cost to wildlife? What is the cost to us as a community? Because I don't really think the consciousness is there. I really do think we need to do better in our outreach. And we've banned plastic bags, which was a good thing. We've banned styrofoam, which is another good thing. But we really need to really be responsible about what we do with what we need to throw away, and make sure it gets, first of all, that we minimize it, and second of all, that it gets into the right receptacles so that it doesn't end up in our water, whether it's wastewater or whether it's future habitat for our wildlife.
Good. So what do you see from all the dredging that just happened, just in the last few weeks? What have been some of the benefits you've already seen happen?
Well, the benefits, of course, were that we are now seeing boats that are tied up at the dock side in the turning basin, which is absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, with COVID, we haven't been able to maximize that because we have restrictions on how many people can be at the yacht club. And just how many people can gather in one place. So, we're not yet able to really do the things that we would regularly be doing it this year with a dredged river, such as the lighted boat parade. But we're gonna pivot on that, and we're gonna make something happen that is festive so that we can enjoy that. But that is one thing. The other thing is that we have I've seen so many people out on their boat, on their paddle boards or their kayaks or their crew practice out on the river. So that's really been wonderful. And I just think there's a general positive attitude among people when they look at the river and they see water.
Well, what about some of the housing and businesses along the river? Are they going to be benefiting from this?
Well, yeah, now that restaurants have been forced to use the outdoors as the only places that they can safely serve people who are eating at their restaurant, it's such a benefit for those restaurants that happen to face the river to actually bring tables out there and see a river that is flowing by, not just a big sandbar out there. So that's been a real plus for them as well.
Yeah, I've heard some of friends and neighbors have gone out to the restaurants and been on the river and really enjoyed being there.
Yes.
And being able to observe, and the birds are there now on the river also, coming in and out in trees. It's a very nice setting.
It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And all those things are like baby steps, but once COVID leaves, because it will end, because we have the dredged river, we are going to be able to move forward there. It seems that it's very likely that we're going to have to look for partnerships in addition to the federal government that will include regional governments, maybe private enterprise, private businesses, but we are going to have to partner with others who will, because there is value in these dredged spoils. I do feel we need to really expand our education on the importance of not littering and of not polluting our environment. I think that is a lesson that needs to be at the young area, and it needs to go even through the older people, to adults outside of school, because I really think the consciousness is just not there. We need to work in a partnership to make sure we can get this dredging done more quickly. We can't wait 17 years for another dredging.
And we can't depend on
the federal government yes,
to come through with us. It's possible we could actually work with a contract, a single company, and all of us work with the same company and have them come in, and they just move around to the different spots here in the North Bay area.
Absolutely.
And we could easily have them like full-time working.
Sure.
Do you think even our private citizens or private businesses here in town would be willing to help come through with some financing for that?
That's always the devilish detail part. How it's financed is going to be critical, and that is what the problem always is money.
Money, okay.
So,
well, we have to be creative and find a way around it.